Good morning, pirates. Calendar week 33. Hard and good. It's a beautiful morning at the barracks. There have been a bunch of them lately. It's true that it isn't quite as bright first thing, sun salutations, done in the breaking dawn rather than the fully formed day. But we are getting enough sunshine for the first time this year that the hot water storage tanks are slowly warming up. If this continues, the long-trailed hot shower might actually happen soon. In the garden, everything is really doing rather well. I've been eating potatoes for a while now. Yesterday I had my first carrot, and a handful of tomatoes is bringing some flavour, colour and texture to the daily salad. Courgettes are doing what courgettes do, and the cucumbers and pumpkins are not far behind. I think the peas are just about finished. Any more which come through now can stay on the vines and dry in situ until I get to harvest them pre-dried straight into pots for winter soups. With that much longed-for sun finally breaking through, all the fruit is ripening at once. This week, I don't think I'm going to have very much time to do a lot other than mow 2 hours a day every day, minimum. I did 6 hours yesterday in the vegetable garden. I did 6 yesterday. And in the vegetable garden, the absolute basics. That is to take care of the tomatoes, water where I can, some weeding where it is bad. But last week I did earth up all the potatoes. It's astounding how much soil has been added to the beds, and it's when I have to move it around in large quantities that I really notice it. Thick, deep and loamy, teeming with life. Just 6 years ago it was dead, inert clay holding together rocks. We've come a long way, baby. But back to the fruit. I've never had a glut of plums before. In previous years I've been able to keep them harvested by simply eating them as they come. This year the golden yellow plums are tumbling from the tree already, and right next door the Victoria plums are already turning deep purple. There are mirabelles, green gages and damsons aplenty. I honestly don't know what to do with them all. If you're coming to the collapse lab, expect to be served them frequently. There are even a few apricots, and the peaches are starting to look positively pornographic in their plumpness. I'd love some ideas for what to do with them all. Everything I can think of is basically a fruity extraction with sugar. Syrup, jam, jelly, they're basically all the same. And I've already made enough jam to last the winter. Obviously, my capacity for eating them all is probably sufficient to handle the demands. But I really should listen to my own mantra of 3 months harvesting, 12 months eating, and do something about it. I have given a little attention to the solar dryer, and will try to squeeze a little more DIY time into it this week. So the apples and pears and many of the berries, and just about all of the grapes, will be dried for the long, cold winter months. And we can definitely add prunes to the mix. Do I have any other options for the squishy stone fruits? I don't freeze things, by the way. Maybe one day when the universe equips me with enough solar batteries to power them. But that is extremely low priority for now. So yes, in summary, this week is the first of the good and hard weeks. Most weeks here are more or less tough going, but when I can keep body and soul together by walking around the orchard naked, stuffing my face with the fruits of Eden, you have to say that it's a good week. In totally unconnected news, I wouldn't be the Pirate Ben if I hadn't been obsessing about the absurdity of life in some unusual way. For the last few months, at least a portion of the daily intrusive thoughts have been about the surreality of the news cycle, specifically how it requires us to get excited about some deeply significant item of great importance, and then, without even hearing a beat, it moves on to the next one. Breathless, heady and shrill. Selling advertising must be a stressful business. So here is a graph I made. Here is a graph I instructed our AI overlords to make, which helpfully shows the effect of massive world events on carbon dioxide concentrations in the atmosphere. It is sort of depressing in many ways, but then again, existential threats are supposed to be. I might write more about it soon, but for now it's time to go and enjoy the sunshine and feed the pigs. So I'll just leave it hanging for now. All my piratey love, your Pirate Ben. XO. XO.